My mother screamed in the kitchen. I turned the music up, get high and try not to listen to every little fight, 'cause neither one was right. I swore I'd never be like them, but I was just a kid back then. The older I get, the more that I see. My parents aren't heroes, they're just like me. And loving is hard, it don't always work. You just try your best not to get hurt. I used to be mad, but now I know sometimes it's better to let someone go. It just hadn't hit me yet. The older I get, I used to wonder why they could never be happy. I used to close my eyes and pray for a whole nother family where everything was fine, one that felt like mine. I swore I'd never be like them, but I was just a kid back then. The older I get, the more that I see. My parents aren't heroes, they're just like me. And loving is hard, it don't always work. You just try your best not to get hurt. I used to be mad, but now I know sometimes it's better to let someone go. It just hadn't hit me yet. The older I get. The older I get, the more that I see. My parents aren't heroes, they're just like me. And loving is hard, it don't always work. You just try your best not to get hurt. I used to be mad, but now I know sometimes it's better to let someone go. It just hadn't hit me yet. The older I get.
It's Friday, and welcome back to Demon FM. You're listening to Funky Friday.
Good afternoon and welcome to Funky Friday. You're listening to Demon FM, coming live from Leicester in the UK. And have we got one hell of a show for you today? I'm your presenter, Ben.
And I am Kadi.
And I'm Carly.
We have an amazing topic about Halloween and how amazing and horrifying it was. We have a fascinating interview with our presenter Carly about the latest movies coming up in November.
There's the hot list for gigs and events happening around Leicester on Tuesday, which is Bonfire Night.
There is music from... And since Halloween was yesterday, we got out about among to the public to find out what was their best and worst moments about Halloween.
Oh, I leave quite an impression, 5 feet to be exact. You're wondering why I have his clothes when missing my body's where they're at. Now I'm gone, but you're still laying next to me, 1 degree of separation. I heard you're back together, and if that's true, you'll just have to taste separation. I heard you're back together, and if that's true, you'll just have to taste me when he's kissing you. If you want forever, nothing that you do, just know you'll taste me too. Every time you close your eyes and feel his lips, you're feeling mine. And every time you breathe his air, just know I was already there. You can have him if you like. I've been there, done that once or twice. And singing about it don't mean I care. Yeah, I know I've been known to share. Well, I heard you're back together, and if that's true, you'll just have to taste me when he's kissing you. If you want forever, nothing you do, just know you'll taste me too. You'll just have to taste me when he's kissing you. You'll just have to taste me when he's kissing you.
That was Sabrina Carpenter's horrifying new hit, Taste. Yeah, Halloween was yesterday, and we went out into the public to ask them what they were doing.
What's your worst and best thing about Halloween?
Best thing is obviously all the costumes and the parties you get to go. The worst thing is the hangover you get the next day.
My best, I like to see all the houses decorated and the gardens and everything decorated. The worst, I would say trick or treating.
My best thing would be, I guess, I do very good Halloween makeup. Worst, for me, I think it's that I can't carve pumpkins. I mess it up.
Best thing is probably like the sweets and stuff. And then the worst thing is like the actual whole thing, the tradition. I just like sweets.
I think that my favourite thing is dressing up. I can't really think of something bad about it. The decoration, probably the scary costumes and stuff.
I think the general atmosphere is the best thing. The worst may be the people who really, really don't want to participate.
Welcome to Demon TV, your go-to hub for all things film and video. We're a society that's all about getting hands-on with content creation. Whether you're working behind the camera or prefer being in the spotlight, there's a place for you here. Demon TV offers opportunities to make short films, conduct interviews and participate in live-streamed events. Join us to collaborate with like-minded individuals and let's bring your creative ideas to life.
And we are back talking about Halloween. Did you know that Halloween goes back over 2,000 years?
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
That's interesting.
Yeah, it comes from a Celtic festival named Samhain, which is an odd phrase, but goes back to an Irish and Scottish influence, apparently, so in old language that's not spoken today. And you carving lots of like pumpkins and stuff, and even you think.
I mean, that's one of my favourite things about Halloween, like carving pumpkins, because nowadays people like really carve them into like Disney characters and things like that. And I really enjoy walking around my estate and knowing that everybody loves Disney. And I'm a really big movie person, and I love that.
Yeah, and it's one of those things which you don't realise how far it goes back. And you think nowadays with the internet and stuff, you can see and follow tutorials about how you can make them really sophisticated now.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and also a lot of people go out trick-or-treating, which you wouldn't think, oh, that's somewhat new, because I mean, I didn't even do that as a kid, and it's more of a modern thing. But apparently even goes back to medieval Europe. They would go around to houses and ask for like food and like to pray for the dead.
No, I mean, personally, I think Halloween is just scary. Like, it's actually scary, because personally, I don't really celebrate Halloween, so I don't know much about Halloween, but I mean, it's fun with the candy, the trick or treats and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah.
Last night, I literally shut my door like everywhere was closed. Because
I put a sign up on my door to say no trick-or-treaters, thank you, because I really wasn't in the mood this year because like of the show. But yeah, basically I just put a sign on the door saying no trick-or-treaters because none of us wanted to have trick-or-treaters this year, and we didn't have any sweets either, so we couldn't really do anything about it. And my dad was turning off all the lights.
Especially this year, because it was daylight savings time, so it's going to become darker, so it's made it even more scary for all the kids.
Of course, yeah, because obviously 4 p.m. the place is dark and it's scary. Nah, not me.
Yeah, I didn't even go out. Too scary for me. Yeah, and we'll be back after this track, Season of the Witch.
When I look out my window, many sights to see. And when I look in my window, so many different people to be, that it's strange, so strange. You got to pick up every stitch. You got to pick up every stitch. You got to pick up every stitch. Must be the season of the witch. Must be the season of the witch, yeah. Must be the season of the witch. When I look over my shoulder, what do you think I see? Summer cat looking over his shoulder at me, and he's strange, sure is strange. You got to pick up every stitch. You got to pick up every stitch, yeah. Beatniks out to make it rich. Oh no, must be the season of the witch. Must be the season of the witch, yeah. Must be the season of the witch. You got to pick up every stitch. The rabbits running in the ditch. Beatniks out to make it rich. Oh no, must be the season of the witch. Must be the season of the witch. Must be the season of the witch. Where'd I go? When I look out my window, what do you think I see? And when I look in my window, so many different people to be. It's strange, sure is strange. You got to pick up every stitch.
Leicester's student sound.
Demon FM.
And we're back. News from Hollywood is that Cliffhanger reboot starring Sylvester Stallone has been put on hold after the star has left the project. Most likely, it's going to be retooled with Pierce Brosnan set to replace Sylvester Stallone. Have you seen the original Cliffhanger
No,
film?
I've never. I mean, like, I've heard of it, but I've never really watched it. But I didn't realise that Sylvester Stallone was going to be in Cliffhanger, actually. And generally speaking, I haven't really heard much about him recently. But obviously, I remember him in Rocky because that is the most iconic film of all time. Like, I love how it was created, and he even directed his own Rocky film as well, and he directed his own scenes. And that's what I'm really passionate about with movies. Like, I really want to do that myself as well.
Yeah, I think that's really interesting. I also think that was a whole big thing of Paramount Plus, was completely, so much of the advertising was based on that original Cliffhanger film. That's basically his only famous Paramount film. And he's over at Paramount with the Tulsa King, which has been picked up for 2 more series. It's just finished its 2nd series.
Oh, wow, yeah, I'll give it a watch. I mean, I've got Paramount Plus, so I'll give it a watch. I'll have a look on Paramount Plus, and yeah, I'll see what it's like. Is it a good film?
Yeah, Tulsa King's quite good. It's been a ratings juggernaut. I mean, it's basically the replacement show for Yellowstone, because Kevin Costner's basically left that show.
Oh,
so they needed a show to replace it, and especially with these older actors who are famous, they're internationally big stars, so they can get the viewers from across the world. And they, especially now with all the dubbing you can do and all the subtitles, you can sell it in basically every market quite easily with the streaming model.
I mean, the good thing about dubbing as well is you can also dub from other projects from
foreign nations,
nations and people that have died, and you can literally dub those in as well when you CGI. And like the technology that they use nowadays is just amazing on how they create films, and they're able to like really
sophisticated. But what do you think about Pierce Brosnan replacing him? Because I don't think Pierce Brosnan's really that similar to Stallone.
No,
I mean, he was a good Bond, but I mean that's what 25 years ago
I really
now.
don't know, actually. I mean, like, to be fair, I think they do have a bit of a similarity,
I
but
mean, they're
not
probably
much.
similar age. I mean, both in their
I do like Pierce Brosnan. I watched a really good film with Pierce Brosnan called The Final Score, and it also features David Bautista. If that's how you pronounce his name.
Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yes, he is. He plays Drax. Yeah, and basically, it's a film about that features West Ham Stadium, and it features a lot of terrorism and teaches fans like what terrorism is like, and I thought that film was really, really good, and as a safety steward it really taught me how to do my job, and
really of the moment.
And also it came out before my job, and that film really, really inspires my heart, because it really inspires me to really go out there and do my job as well, and it is a really good film.
Yeah, moving slightly on, Anna Kendrick has made her directorial debut with the Netflix movie The Woman of the Hour, which I don't know if anyone's seen the video. It's called The Dating Game. It was a TV show from the 1970s, and this serial killer went on the show.
Oh my god, yeah, I've heard of that.
And he won the show, and they've created a film about that event.
Yeah.
And in real life, the woman didn't go on the date because she found the man so creepy.
Yeah.
But in this film, they do a bit of a retelling of history.
It looked really horrific. I was watching the trailer to that, actually. It looked really horrific because, like, when I was watching it, I remember thinking, what's going on? I thought, like, basically they had to do a challenge like Squid Game. I don't know if you've seen Squid Game.
Yeah.
I thought it was a similar thing. Like, I really thought that basically it would be exactly the same as that, and whilst I was watching the trailer, I realised, hang on a second, I think I know what's going on. This looks really interesting, so I might give it a watch, actually.
Yeah, it has a really interesting message to it, but the thing was, she made it independently, so she used her own money, and then they sold the picture to Netflix. So the way
wow,
and she's going to donate all of her profits off it to anti-violence charities.
Yeah, I mean, like, Netflix, they'd make really good projects. Like, my most favourite project on Netflix is generally Stranger Things, because I thought it was really interesting.
Yeah, another great thing on Netflix is Bohemian Rhapsody, and now let's play that song.
Yeah.
Is this the real life? Is this just fantasy? Caught in a landslide, no escape from reality. Open your eyes, look up to the skies and see. I'm just a poor boy, I need no sympathy. trigger, now he's dead. Mama, life had just begun, but now I've gone and thrown it all away. Mama, didn't mean to make you cry. If I'm not back again this time tomorrow, carry on, carry on. Is it nothing really matters? Too late, my time has come. Sent shivers down my spine, body's aching all the time. Goodbye, everybody, I've got to go. Gotta leave you all behind and face you. Mama, ways the wind blows. I don't wanna die. Sometimes wish I'd never been born at I see a little silhouette of a man. Scaramouche, will you do the fandango? Thunderbolt and lightning, very, very frightening me. Magnifico! I'm just a poor boy, nobody loves me. He's just a poor boy from a poor family, sparing his life from this monstrosity. Easy come, easy go, will you let me go? Bismillah, no, we will not let you go. Let him go. Bismillah, we will not let you go. Let him go. Bismillah, let me go. Let me go. Never, never let me go. Oh, mamma mia, mamma mia. Mamma mia, let me go. Beelzebub has the devil put aside for me. For me. For me. So you think you can stop me and spit in my eye? So you think you can love me and leave me to die? Oh, baby, can't do this to me, baby. Just gotta get out, just gotta get right out of here. Nothing really matters. Anyone can see. Nothing really matters. Nothing really matters to me.
Get involved on Twitter
@DemonFM.
And we are back. During the break, Katie was telling me about a film she watched during the holidays.
To be fair, I think I must have watched is it Octo Pocus? That's like a thingy. I think was the last one was in 1993, and they got a new one in 2004, and I watched it and it was so interesting. Not gonna lie, it's a bit of Halloween vibes. You know what I mean? Trick or treat.
Oh, so it's a Halloween film.
Yeah, that's what that was the last film that I watched. It was called Ocus Pocus, something like that. I don't know if you watched it.
The thing is with Halloween films is like I can't get into them that much, and some of them are very scary.
Is that the Disney film?
Yeah, that's a Disney one. Yeah,
yeah,
with the witches. Yeah, that was interesting because I don't like horror movies. Like I'm scared, so I think that was a bit interesting and not too scary. So yeah.
Yeah, I've not seen that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen 2 films recently. So, firstly, I watched Transformers 1, which is the origin story of...
is that the animated one?
Yeah, it is. It's the origin story of Megatron and Optimus Prime and how they became friends. And I also saw Venom: The Last Dance, which is the last film of the sequel. And I thought it was really, really interesting and a great film. And I do not like the fact that the critics hate it. Like, I hate the critics because they don't know what good films are. It's really stupid.
Just a good popcorn film.
Yeah.
Does Spider-Man show up, or do we not get Spider-Man?
I am not going to spoil it because there's people out there that have not seen it, so I'm not going to reveal any spoilers.
I haven't watched that one yet, so yeah.
Yeah.
Neither have I. I'm going to probably wait for Netflix for that one.
Recently actually watched this about the Menendez brothers, the Lie and Eric.
Monsters.
Yeah, Monsters is really touching. That is really. I don't know if you guys watched it before.
I know. I was being told about it, and some people said, "Oh, it's like really like creepy."
It's creepy. It's crazy. It's really.
It's like a real life horror movie.
Yeah, it is.
What those kids went through. Yeah.
What's the film called?
Monsters. Ryan Murphy's on Netflix.
Oh wow.
Yeah, the Lie and Eric Menendez, something like that.
Yeah, it does sound scary.
Quite a shocking series. Yeah.
Yeah.
And with Venom, did you say does Woody Harrelson, is he in it or is he not in it?
No,
I know he's in the second one, but
no. So after the last film, obviously Dennis Carradine has been killed off. So basically, it
saved them some money in the budget. Then.
It's more about the origin of the symbiotes.
Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, that's probably a good one to watch. With that, apparently, because Andy Serkis directed the last one, but apparently he's in the new one. Did you
which?
Andy? Do you know Andy Serkis, the guy who plays Gollum in the Lord of the Rings?
Yeah, he plays a really important character in Venom: The Last Dance. Which, like I said, I'm not going to reveal.
Did you think his act performance was good?
Yeah.
No,
yeah. So, yeah, but
it was.
Yeah, are you guys excited for any more films that are coming out?
Yeah.
What about Gladiator is coming out? Gladiator 2 is coming out in this November.
Oh my god, yeah. I've not seen the first one yet, but oh my god, I should. I think I should, but yeah, I've not seen it yet.
I watched that film like 4 times during COVID because it's like a 3-hour film, so you don't really have the time usually for that. But during COVID, I was like.
Now, I think the thing is you need to watch the first one before going on to the second one, so you really need to understand what's going on. Do you know what I mean?
Like, before you go on to the second one.
Yeah. But I'm really looking forward to it.
I would say I find the politics of ancient Rome is like really interesting because you don't think about it and you think about how brutal people were in those days. We compare it to nowadays, it's like we're so shocked by it. Also, there's like Wicked, which is coming out soon.
Oh, I'm so excited for that. So recently I went to go see a production at the Little Theatre, which was The Wizard of Oz, and I thought the performance was absolutely outstanding that I went to go watch it again because I really enjoyed it. And yeah, I'm hoping to really go watch with Wicked, and Ariana Grande is really going to nail her role.
I know it's been a bit controversial because they split the play, which is apparently about 3 hours and a bit.
Yeah, so it's been split into 2 parts now. Yeah, films. So basically because of the fact that it's really long, they're splitting it into 2 parts.
And apparently they've added lots of new music and stuff, so it can hopefully get nominated for some Oscars, which never usually works because Disney always do that with the live action ones. They always do at least 1 or 2 new songs. They try to win the Academy Award, but for all of the about 15 live actions they've done, about 15 new songs never won the Oscar for Best New Song.
The reason why they do that as well, though, is because if they use the same songs and the same production, they get done for copyright infringement from the last production. So they have to be really.
I was talking about how they write some new songs, so they will do. So they have the copyright for the original films, and they have the they will write a new song just because they want.
Yeah,
to get
they have to be really
nominations.
careful as well, because if they're not careful, then they could get done because obviously it's a new director as well.
Yeah, but they own the license, so that shouldn't be a problem usually.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking all the time. But yeah, it's a really complicated thing when you create films as well, especially with licensing and copyright.
Yeah, because a lot of the time the rights are split across different countries, different regions, so there's all problems caused by that. Yeah, is there anything else you want to see this year? I mean...
Oh my God, yeah, so...
have you heard of The Wild
Robot? The Wild Robot. Oh my God, yeah, it's that new DreamWorks film.
Yeah, DreamWorks
it's really.
animation.
I heard it's really good.
Yeah,
But,
it's out in America, and I saw the reviews. It's not done too well at the box office, but it's done so well on digital, and it's already out on Netflix in the US. And
on the
been
Netflix one, yeah.
And I was like, I'm going to get the VPN out to watch it before it's out in the cinema.
Watch it as well.
I mean, that's the thing. Most people use VPNs instead of streaming services, but I'm not illegal, so I buy streaming services.
VPN,
no, I mean, it's not illegal. It's because you've got the license for your Netflix. So you just do different regions.
Yeah, that's true. But yeah, the films that I'm really excited to see, I'm really glad about this one. I'm really excited to go see Mufasa, which is the origin story of Mufasa, because I'm really excited to see the origin of Mufasa and Scar.
Yeah,
and,
I wonder if his name was always Scar, because I mean it's probably not the best name for your child, but
no,
I think that's going to be interesting. And I mean it's really sad because James Earl Jones passed away a couple months ago.
When I saw that, honestly, it came up. It literally showed up on my news feed,
He's
and
so
I was
iconic
really sad.
Darth
But he was the most
Vader.
iconic, especially as Darth Vader. Like he's the most iconic person, and as
in
a
the Tom
person,
Clancy films.
he was one of the nicest people.
Yeah. I saw him actually at Comic-Con once. I didn't get into the line to see him, but it was a really interesting thing just to see him from a distance. And we're going to have our next song, which is California Dreaming.
All the leaves are brown and the sky is gray. I've been for a walk on a winter's day. I'd be safe and warm if I was in LA. California dreaming on such a winter's day. Stopped into a church I passed along the way. Well, I got down on my knees and I pretend to pray. You know the preacher like the cold, he knows I'm gonna stay. California dreaming on such a winter's day. All the leaves are brown and the sky is gray. I've been for a walk on a winter's day. If I didn't tell her I could leave today. California dreaming on such a winter's day. On such a winter's day. On such a winter's day.
It's Friday, and welcome back to Demon FM. You're listening to Funky Friday.
And we are back. We were just looking on our social media and we were wondering if people wanted to make any comments to us about the topics we've just been speaking about. If you found anything interesting, we would love to respond to you.
at Funky Friday Radio on Instagram. And yeah, you can literally leave any comments about what's going on in the show, what's your feedback, and what you want us to do, like anything at all. You can just give your input in the show.
Yeah, and we actually have got a brand new website at demonfm.co.uk, and it's a brand new mobile app as well. If you just search it for Demon FM Radio on Android and iOS, you can take us on the go with you.
I mean, pretty easy, and you can take us anywhere you're going. If you're on the bus, the train, going to work, on the plane, anything, yeah, you can get us through, and you can just listen to your favorite Funky Friday shows every Friday.
Yeah, I mean, that's an interesting thing to do.
Yeah, I mean, like it's great that we've now got an app, and we've got a better system for Demon FM as well, because basically it's easier for us to like access the radio station instead of searching up online, because like I found it really complicated, and like I was missing a lot of shows.
Yeah, and we've got a lot coming up for next week. On our next show, we're going to have, it's going to be after Bonfire Night, which we know Bonfire Night, and there's going to be an election happening in America, so we're going to see all the results for that.
Oh, I didn't know that was next week.
I know, it happens on Bonfire Night as well, and let's just have a little bit talk about Bonfire Night, you know?
Yeah. That's literally this Tuesday, right? The 5th of November.
Yeah, do you know anything about the bonfire plot?
I've just like read about it, but I haven't been to any event about one bonfire, because like I said, I don't really go like be part of those things, can't lie. I would love to like be part of it, but like experience it, but I've never.
Have you never been to a bonfire?
No, I've never.
No, they're amazing.
Yeah, and I really want to go this one, but I don't know who to go with. Do you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, I mean a lot on Facebook. You can see advertisements for them, and you see fireworks. It's amazing.
Yeah, and I think Leicester has is it Abbey Park?
I believe so. Yeah.
Oh my God! You guys should go to that. There's Abbey Park.
I really want to go there.
Yeah, there's a lot of events in Leicester for that. There's Abbey Park. There's also the racecourse, and I think that's presented by Gem Radio. They used to present Abbey Park as well, but obviously that's now presented by Radio Leicester. But we had a lot of guests back then as well. Like we had the Vamps come to Leicester, and it was really interesting. We also, I don't know if you remember the CBeebies show Zingzillas with the monkeys. Yeah, it was a really good show, but like I wouldn't say it's as good as in the Night Garden, but yeah, the Zingzillas were on stage, and all the kids were just screaming and dancing, and it was just amazing. And I remember when my sister tried to go straight up, and we had to literally run and get her. But yeah.
So because I've never like
You've never been to bonfire?
Yeah, been to bonfire. Like, what exactly happened down there? Like, what's the excitement about?
So
what really
basically they
there?
get like this representation of Guy Fawkes, who was this like kind of crazy person. He tried to blow up the House of Lords and assassinate the king. It was King James I, I believe.
I read his history as well. It seemed really interesting. I remember when we studied it at primary school as well.
So they basically get a representation of this guy, and they throw him on a bonfire, and they set it on fire.
Yeah.
And then you just see the guy burn, and it's really quite interesting. And then they set off fireworks, usually kind of like to, I don't know. It's not to celebrate him. It's kind of celebrate him not being able to blow up the Parliament.
So that's what I heard. Like bonfire is basically to celebrate the King's survival. People across London lit bonfire in evenings, like on the actual day. Is that true?
Yeah, it's like quite common. Like people do it, and especially I don't know this year because it's on a Tuesday this year, so I don't know how many people will go. But when it's on a weekend, it's usually massive.
Well, probably it might be like a bank holiday or something. I don't know.
Oh no,
there's never a bank holiday on bonfire night.
Because it's like on Tuesday, it's like a working day. So
yeah,
I was thinking probably it's just gonna be like one of them.
Yeah, that's never been possible. I don't know why they don't do that.
They should do it as a national holiday.
I think they should.
You know, that would be good.
I think they should.
Yeah, I always think that's always an interesting thing because you think it was happened in 1605, which you think. It's not that long ago. It's about 400 years ago.
That's 400 years. Wow. That's a long time, Ben.
It is a long time, but it's not if you think about it in the history of the world. You think all the thousands and thousands of years.
Yeah. Kind of makes sense, but 400 years.
It's really scary at the same time, though, all those years. And I'm like, where am I?
Yeah, it's kind of craziness, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, and then everyone kind of knows Guy Fawkes nowadays because it's V for Vendetta, isn't it?
Yeah.
A lot of young people like that. There's a film a couple of years ago.
Oh, wow.
What movie is that?
V for Vendetta. It's by the creators of the Matrix films.
So it's basically based on Bonfire then.
It's based on the guy Guy Fawkes.
Guy Fawkes.
The guy who tried to do it.
I think I've heard of that actually. Yeah, I mean, I heard a report about that a while ago because I read a lot of movie reports and a lot of critical
famous
reports.
Comic book as well back in the day.
Yeah.
And he's like the phrase which is quite well known is "Remember the 5th of November." Gunpowder, treason and plot, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's the rhyme for it.
Yeah.
I remember saying it a lot at school as well during that time, and I remember being so excited to go home and light a fire and have the fireworks shoot out of the sky at home, and
yeah, it's an interesting thing.
Was Guy Fawkes, I don't know if I'm pronouncing his name right, was he actually arrested for gunpowder of 36 barrels?
Yeah, no, he was caught basically in the act, like putting the gunpowder in, which is kind of crazy. And we would think, because especially in those days, there was no CCTV, so to catch them, you basically had to catch them in the act.
On the side,
and it was like, if you wasn't caught, I mean, it would be a completely different history, you know?
But that's crazy, that's 36 barrels
Parliament
of gunpowder.
wouldn't be Parliament if he got his way.
No, you'd probably be in like a dictatorship, which is a really like weird thing to think about, because we have a complete different... democracy.
So imagine is it 1605 you said?
Yeah, it happened.
Imagine when you get caught doing those types of stuff, like what do you think the punishments is like them times?
It was not a good punishment, let's just say that. You would basically been tortured to death, which I mean it's probably not
compared
the best
to
thing,
now.
Your best thing to think about on a Friday, but it's not a good thing to think about. Yeah, and now we're going to have Anne.
And now we're going to have Von Dutch by Charlie
XCX.
It's okay to just admit that you're jealous of me. Yeah, I heard you talk about me, just a word on the street. You're obsessed and just confess it, put your hands up. It's obvious I'm your number one. It's alright to just admit that I'm a fantasy. You're obsessed and just confess it, cause it's obvious I'm your number one. I'm your number one. I'm your number one. Yeah, I'm just living that life. Bondage, classic, but it's still pop. I get money, you get mad because the bank's shut. Yeah, I know your little secret, put your hands up. It's so obvious I'm your number one. Like bondage, classic in your eardrums. Why you lying? You won't unless you're famous. Do that little dance without it, you can nameless. It's so obvious I'm your number one. I'm your number one. I'm your number one. I'm your number one. Yeah, it's so obvious I'm your number one. I'm your number one. I'm your number one. Yeah, it's so obvious. It's okay to just admit that you're jealous of me. You're obsessed and just confess it, cause it's obvious I'm your number one. 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 Your number one. Your number one. Your number one. I'm just living that life. Bondage, classic, but it's still pop. I get money, you get mad because the bank's shut. Yeah, I know your little secret, put your hands up. It's so obvious I'm your number one. Like bondage, classic in your eardrums. Why you lying? You won't unless you fucking famous. That little dance without it, you can nameless. It's so obvious I'm your number one. I'm your number one. 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 Yeah, I'm just living that life. Bondage, classic, but it's still pop. I get money, you get mad because the bank's shut. Yeah, I know your little secret, put your hands up. It's so obvious I'm your number one.
Do you love the mix we play on Demon FM? Do you want more on demand right now? Well, the Demon FM hit list brings all the best songs on Demon FM into one place for you. We update the playlist each week and you can find it on the Demon Media Spotify.
Yeah, and we are back. We're just going to be talking in the break about how Universal Pictures and the Lego Group have announced they're linking up for their first live-action movies together, which is going to be done by one's Jake Kasdan, who's most famous for Jumanji reboot series, and Patty Jenkins, who did Wonder Woman, and Joe Cornish, who's from the UK, who did the Attack of the Block, and he also made the King Arthur film, which was quite well received in the last couple of years.
Yeah.
Which had Patrick Stewart in it, which was quite a memorable film, and which I think most people will find quite interesting to see.
Well,
especially because
very interesting to me.
It's live action. They've not done a live. They've had live action elements in the previous ones at Warner Brothers, but actually live action will be an interesting thing.
Yeah, I mean, like I really like Warner Brothers and Universal, because they come up with so many amazing projects and they have so many great ideas.
And they did the Pharrell biopic, which was all musical based. And do you like Pharrell Williams?
Oh my God, yeah. So are you talking about that new Pharrell Williams
Piece
film?
by Piece, yes.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to that. It seems really interesting.
Do you like Pharrell Williams' music?
Oh yeah, I mean, like
Happy and all the Despicable Me soundtracks.
Yeah, I think he was the best option for the Despicable Me films as well. Like he really is really enthusiastic when it comes to writing his songs for the Despicable Me films, and I think it really inspires children a lot. And the lyrics, like Happy.
Yeah, I think especially nowadays, because you don't realise that Pharrell Williams, he's known for the upbeat, kind of child-friendly stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, he was a former producer for Snoop Dogg, and you think Snoop Dogg's not child-friendly, and it's like interesting how people can have such range in their talent, so they can go from children's content like that's family-friendly to more mature content, and I think that's a great thing with the entertainment business. You can do stuff for different audiences, which is quite like diverse audiences, and then you could do more specific.
Yeah, because you got kids, you got young adults, you got adults, you got
older people.
Yeah. So you don't really
have content to watch. Yeah.
Yeah, but with the older, with the older people, it's mostly like they don't want to like swearing, less graphics and stuff like that. They kind of like.
Even I'm like that nowadays. I think it's just gone too far. Just a little bit.
Yeah, just more of like the olden times.
More old-fashioned,
more respectful type of thing. So, yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah, and also, generally speaking about Pharrell Williams' new film, I really just want to say, like, I'm really looking forward to all the films that are coming out with musical artists. Like, you got the Michael Jackson film that's currently being filmed next year, and I'm really looking forward to that one because I love Michael Jackson as a kid, and it reminds me of my nana as well. And I
mean, the Michael Jackson movie is gonna be great because Bob Marley had one. Was it
this year? I believe it was this year.
In February the 14th, actually, to be precise. And I mean, one of his sons actually is he?
I think he produced the picture. Yeah,
it was actually good. So I think Michael Jackson's probably son or any of his kids or nephew probably gonna take part.
Yeah, his children are adopted, so it's more his cousins,
I don't know,
brothers.
Yeah, so it's probably going to be interesting.
At least we'll probably be able to see the origin story of Michael Jackson as well.
Because you have Michael Jackson throughout his career. You have the Jackson 5.
Have you guys seen any of the Michael Jackson films that are
the concert films?
Yeah, like Moonwalker and things like that. I mean, that was one of my favourites, but obviously kids were really scared of the Spider-Man, and I remember how scared I was when I was about 4 or 5, and I remember covering my eyes and then skipping straight back to this.
Yeah, I went to Disneyland Paris in 2015, and it was the last year they had the Michael Jackson film they were playing when it was like a ride thing. Yeah, it was amazing, and it had Joe Pesci from Home Alone. He was a little guy from Home Alone.
Oh yeah,
a bad guy, and he was so good in it.
Him.
And I think they should put it on Disney Plus because I think you can't go to the ride, you can't see it in Disneyland, and I think it's just such a good timepiece of the era. Even in those days, even by the time I saw it, it was 5-10 years after Michael Jackson was dead. It was a bit dated, the special effects were, but it was still quite a good experience to see at least once.
Yeah, I mean, like, he's iconic as well. I love his acting in Home Alone as well.
That's one of the iconic movies. Like, you can never get tired.
One of the best Christmas films.
Oh
yes, always like.
Be honest with me. Do you prefer the first one or the second one, or do you not compare any films to any films?
The first one is always like the best for me. Like the first one.
I don't like the woman. She scares me with the birds. I don't know. I saw her when I was too young. She still scares me. I
think the first one is always like. I don't know. It just
always, has something. Yeah, to it.
It always has something in it. So, yeah, I think I'll say the first one literally.
Yeah, I mean, like, I like them both. I mean, like, basically, it was one of my favourite films of all time during Christmas. But my most favourite film ever, a Christmas film, is The Polar Express. I love The Polar Express. And every Christmas Eve, I would literally put my DVD in and watch The Polar Express every single year.
They did talk about doing like a sequel to that last year, and apparently that's still in development. For,
so it's in
Robert
development.
Zemeckis.
I've read a lot of reports about it. So there's a report saying that it could tell us the origin story of how the Polar Express was built and how the magic came to life, or it could go straight on to the sequel. But they're saying that the origin story seems better.
The thing is interesting, they said it's going to be live action, not motion capture, which no one really was expecting.
Yeah.
And we're going to be listening to Too Sad to Cry by Sasha Sloan.
Wasn't raised religious, but I wish that I was. Having nothing to believe in has been killing my buzz. Yeah, I cut my hair, close the blinds, play hallelujah like 2 dozen times. And yesterday I tried to pray, but I didn't know what to say. I'm too sad to cry, too high to get up. Don't even try, cause I'm scared to fall. Don't like to talk, just lay in my bed. Don't even try to go out with my friends. Lied to my doctor, she knew I was faking. Gave me some pills, but I'm too scared to take them. I try and I try, but I'm too sad to cry. Can't tell my mama, it makes her worry. I'm not suicidal, but sometimes the lines get all blurry. Yeah, I cut my hair, close the blinds, played hallelujah like 2 dozen times. And yesterday I tried to pray, but I didn't know what to say. I'm too sad to cry, too high to get up. Don't even try, cause I'm scared to fall. Don't like to talk, just lay in my bed. Don't even try to go out with my friends. I lied to my doctor, she knew I was faking. Gave me some pills, but I'm too scared to take them. I try and I try, but I'm too sad to cry. Too sad to cry, too high to get up. Don't even try, cause I'm scared to fall. Don't like to talk, just stay in my bed. Don't even try to go out with my friends. Lied to my doctor, she knew I was faking. Gave me some pills, but I'm too scared to take them. I try and I try, but I'm too sad to cry.
It's Friday, and welcome back to Demon FM. You're listening to Funky Friday.
Thanks for joining us on Funky Friday today, and we're back on next week Friday at 1 p.m.
Sense of expectation hanging in
Hitters, your student